Hey guys, Javier here. We are definitely in some interesting, challenging times. These are times which try men's souls. If you're anything like me, you're not too happy about what's going on in the world just in general. I know everyone I know is uneasy. Some family members have told me that they're depressed. This is definitely not what we planned to have happen on this film roll. And if you watch the video before last that we did, or two videos ago, I actually prayed peace. And I hope that you'll watch that again. I hope that you'll also join me in this session. The more of us who join in these sessions, we can actually send real power, guys. We can send real energy towards a solution that is peaceful and in peace. But one thing that I want to point out right now is that this is what we've been practicing for in the spiritual arena, so to speak. It is like an arena. In fact, Marcus Aurelius said that life was sometimes more akin to wrestling than dancing. And as Peter Sage says, this is not a comfort-centric experience. It's a growth-centric experience. And while we never say that you're here to accomplish something or you're here to grow, life is offering us a theater to grow spiritually. It's helping us become less conditional. And even of late, the great spiritual teacher Bashar has talked about this. He said that as we go forward, more and more, you're going to realize that we live in actual different universes. Everyone, in fact, will live in his or her own universe. Of course, the boundaries between universes will be like glass, transparent, so you can see into the other universes, but we're actually all living in our own universes. And that's why it's actually encouraging to know, first of all, nothing on the outer can affect us. Because, as the Stoics taught us, we're like the spheros of Empedocles. Nothing can penetrate it unless we let it in. And of course, second of all, we can go within and indeed create our own universe. So we can leave the results to the people who want those results, and we can have different results by coming within. But I think a lot of the events that are happening will serve to teach a primary lesson to people that imagination is reality. And by imagination, I mean focus. What you focus on is your reality. And you can make something real for you by intent focus upon it. What I want to do now, guys, is I just want to sit and release. And I want us just to be present together for a while, just a few moments, especially if you're in any kind of angst about what's going on in the world, or just anything. If you're watching this later, something's going on in your life that you don't like. Something's going on in the world that you don't like. You feel depressed. First of all, I just want to teach you a simple releasing method, guys, that is taught by the Sedona method and other teachers. And it's very easy. It's where we actually feel our emotions fully. We don't try to escape from our emotions, because as we know, if you try to fight your mind, if you try to fight your emotions, you just make the opposite of that much bigger. If you're upset and you try to say, I'm not upset, or you try to do toxic positivity or positive thinking, that's not going to work, because all you're doing is agitating that more. You're poking at it, so to speak. You're poking at the emotion, but you're not getting to the root of the emotion. What we do in the Sedona method and other methods of releasing and mindfulness is we actually go to the core of that emotion, and then we watch it dissolve on its own accord. So I want you to just stop, and whatever you're feeling, guys, and incidentally, even if you're feeling a quote-unquote positive emotion, those can be let go too. And when you let go even the positive emotion, you see the peace within. You don't try to hold on to a positive emotion. You don't try to push a negative emotion away. You simply view them from the seat of your being, from the seat of your consciousness. You allow that to be, and you allow that to dissolve. So I just want to sit, take a few deep breaths, guys. Now I want you to bring to mind an emotion, a negative emotion. It could be fear, it could be angst, it could be due to something that you're facing in your life, or it could be due to the current agglomeration of world events in which we find ourselves. And I want you to just feel that emotion. I don't want you to think about it, guys. I don't want you to think about, why do I feel that way? I want you to feel it in your body. So feel that emotion in your body, guys. For some of you, it may be a tightness in the chest. Your heart may be racing. It might be in the stomach. Sometimes when there's depression, there's just a feeling like you got punched in the stomach. It might be in several places. It might be in the neck, might be in the chest, might be in the stomach. I want you to just feel that fully. And then I want you to allow in all thoughts about that emotion. Any thought of, I'm justified in having this emotion, I'm scared, I'm upset, whatever those thoughts are, just welcome them in, guys. And I want you to relax your entire body. I want you to relax your neck, relax your buttocks, relax your shoulders. Relax it and just let those thoughts in. Say welcome. I also want you to welcome in any sense of trying to hold on to that emotion. I'm trying to hold on to it because, if I'm not worried, I won't be responsible. Just breathe into all the feelings, guys. Now let in any sense of trying to push this emotion away. I shouldn't have this feeling. It's uncomfortable. I'm interpreting the tightness in the chest as bad or uncomfortable. Or the neck, or wherever you're feeling tightness. I want this to go away. I don't want to look at it. Welcome all that in too, guys. Now what I want you to do is just breathe through this and observe it and allow it to be. Just sit with it for a second. And you can say, you know what? I welcome you. I love you. You can stay anytime, as long as you want, anytime you want, as long as you want, you can stay. Even the sense of trying to push it away, welcome that. Breathe into it. Now what I want you to do, a lot of you will realize that this emotion's already subsiding, guys. It doesn't take a long time. In fact, science has shown that a negative emotion, if thoughts are not contributing to it, it takes about 90 seconds for it to dissolve. Now, don't try to make it dissolve or be upset. Why isn't it dissolving? Welcome that in too, because these can be compound emotions. And Dr. Hawkins, who wrote Power versus Force, said that if you release one emotion, guys, it takes care of thousands of thoughts. You can release thoughts, you can release emotions. And don't try to release it. If it's still there, that's fine. Sit with it. But what I want you to do now, while you're present with that emotion in your torso, it's usually in your solar plexus, I want you to start getting familiar with the whole panorama of feelings and sensations of the present moment. It can be feelings in your body. It can be the feeling of the room, the air in the room. You're seeing the light in the room if your eyes are open. You're seeing colors. There are certain smells, there are sounds. Allow that all to be there in the background. And what you can do is you can focus on the present moment as a complex whole. So you're no longer just focusing on that emotional turmoil that may be going on or may be subsiding. You're now focusing on the whole room. And what you can do, and what Stoics and spiritual teachers have taught for millennia, is you can actually expand your consciousness. So you can be conscious of now the whole room, apart and separate from your body. You can go to be conscious of the whole building you're in, guys. You can do it in imagination. You can even look down on your body. Say, hey, there's my body sitting there. Imagine you're looking down from the roof of your habitation or wherever you are. Look down on that body. Say, yeah, that body's having these feelings. You can even expand your consciousness to the whole city now. You still may be having the sensation of fear or worry, and that's fine. You're not trying to push that away now. You're observing it within the context and the panorama of everything that's around you in the universe. Now, letting something go does not mean that that feeling goes away, because if you want to make it go away, you're not letting it go. You're holding on to it. What letting go means is that you no longer associate with that, guys. While in life it seems to us like our feelings and emotions are within, they're actually without us. And you can actually now observe it objectively as just another phenomenon in the universe. So you observe a storm in the sky, you know that's not part of you. Now you can observe this emotion, you know it's not part of you, guys. And what I want you to do now is just ask yourself, could I let it go? Or you can ask, could you let this go? And by the way, you can answer yes or no. Don't think about it, just answer. Even if you answer no, you can let it go. Could you let this go? And then the next question could be, would you? Of course, you can say. Or you can say, no, I wouldn't let this go because it's part of me. And that's fine too. And then the next question is when? Now. So keep observing that emotion, observe it again, whatever feeling it is. Say you're scared about world events, or you're upset about them. You're scared about oil prices going up, as we heard talked about of late. How am I going to pay my bills? You can think that. Or what's going to happen with our safety, and so on and so forth. Now, observe that feeling. And I want this feeling to go away, let's say. Welcome that too. And observe it. There's going to be some turmoil. Then just be present with it. Breathe with it. Now be completely present, the room you're in, feel all the sensations. You're not trying to get rid of that. You're just expanding your consciousness to a more broad awareness. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe, because a lot of people will stop breathing, and it's the breath that's going to actually help this energy transport outside of your body. This is a releasing process, just like other releasing processes in the body. It's very physical. Now imagine yourself just as this expanding consciousness. You're conscious outside. You can be conscious of the other side of the entire world you can be conscious of. Now ask yourself, could I just let this feeling go? Just allow it? to just naturally get or escape from my body or be let out of my body? Would I do this? When? And you'll notice that at this point, that is actually metabolizing out of your body. You might even feel the tension travel up. So it's going from your stomach to your chest to your neck. You'll even feel it on the roof of your mouth. It happens to me oftentimes. And then it just goes out of the body. It releases. And guys, the more times you do this, the more diminished the emotion will be and the quicker it will release. So let's try it again. Let's call that emotion back, that emotion of fear, that emotion of sorrow. And you may either not feel it at all, or you're going to feel it a lot less than it was when you first started this. Now breathe. Invite it in, guys. I welcome you. I bless you. I love you. Any feeling of trying to hold on to it, any feeling of trying to push it away or suppress it, I welcome you. I love you. Now just be completely present, feel it deeply, but feel the room around you. Feel the building you're in. Feel the earth. Now you can stay as long as you like, emotion or feeling, but could I let this feeling go? Let it just metabolize. Would I? And when? And you can pause this video and do this as many times as you want, but now I just want to go into just a brief moment of quantum resting, of just being. Just be open to all of the sensations of the present moment. You don't have to close your eyes. If you can, it'll help. It'll help block out the distractions, but and what you can do is you can feel your inner body, like Eckhart Tolle talks about. Feel all of the body just as a unified energy field. Just imagine all of your cells are open and flowering. Your bones, your bone marrow, your skin, everything is just open and flowery. And you'll feel this really subtle energy field in your body. and you're here now, any thought of anything not here right this second, just refocus on the now. You don't entertain anything that's not here, and you don't entertain anything that's not now. So I believe it was Maharshi who said, do not harbor any thoughts. You do not allow your mind to harbor any thought. You just let it pass. Like Wim Hof says when you do the breathing, and the Wim Hof breathing technique is a great technique. It's another way. We're not doing it today, but it's another way if you're really worried and stressed to just get into that alpha state in a short period of time. In fact, we'll do another video on that. But Wim Hof says, you're inside your bone marrow. You're looking out from inside your bone marrow. And notice this is complete peace, guys. If you've been doing this with me, you are right now in complete peace. You're aware, and you're aware that you're aware. And this peace is always available. It's always there, no matter what's happening to you. That's why many of the Stoic philosophers said a man could be happy on the rack, be a torture device. No matter what's happening to you, you can penetrate that essence because you are that. No matter what's happening around you. Of course, when action arises, you need to act, you need to do something, you do it. But you maintain contact with that awareness, guys. Which, for me right now, it's manifesting as bliss and intoxication. It's gushing out of me as sort of this intoxicating energy. And I think it is for a lot of you too. Be still and know that I am God. That was Neville Goddard's first principle from the Bible. And guess what? The more of us that are doing this together, I hope all of you who are watching this do this with me. The more of us who do this, we're actually creating this torus field around our body. Everything in creation, every item has a torus field. It's shown in physics. We're sending out this torus field that's actually interfering with whatever frequency is going on. It's creating peace, guys. It's creating love. It's creating bliss. It's changing minds. It's changing hearts. And we realize that even no matter what happens on the outer, no matter whether or not anyone changes, anything changes, your universe is now peace. It's manifesting peace. And no one can touch that. Just keep feeling your inner body. It feels so good to just be completely present. And for many of you, this will be like a cleansing, like a baptism that you can do every day, every week. There is peace because you are peace. So, in the spirit of this practice not even being a practice and never ending,